So broadly, we are interested in how do organisms adjust their growth patterns to environmental changes. And specifically, because we're in a plant lab, we're particularly interested in how are the growth patterns in crop roots established and how they respond to the environmental stresses. So for the students, I think when they join the lab, we'll first explore their interest, right? So which external perspective they're interested in. So then we will develop the project together between me and the students. So I think that's one of the independence. And then because we are also doing a large scale experiments, for example, we're doing the transcriptomic analysis. So the students do have the freedom to kind of select the specific biological process they want to focus on. The first important thing is we should discuss to figure out clearly what your research interest is. And then depending on the interest, we will develop two projects. One is your major projects on which you will spend most of the time on, and you also have a side project. So we will make initial plans for this project. So that's the first. And second part, you have already learned the key experimental techniques in our lab, and you are able to conduct the experiments independently. I think as long as you can achieve at these two parts, it's a productive first year in my lab. Again, two key aspects. The first thing is motivation. An excellent student, comparing to the people who are struggling, they have a very strong motivation to push forward the project by themselves. And if they, for example, if they read a paper, they find, oh, this technique is super cool, and they want to try it by themselves, I would definitely support that. And that's actually how students can be really successful in in doing the research. That's one thing. And then the second thing I think is kind of, being organized and always return a high quality results or data or whatever things. So the students who are willing to provide a draft with high quality, they often will receive more positive feedback, right? And then it's kind of a positive feedback loop. And then the people will feel okay, I can really accomplish something. And that's a very nice working mode between the PI and the team. The common thing is networking. To kind of do that, I think the important thing is to attending the conferences. So no matter for people want to stay in academia or people want to go to industry, the conferences have different sections, right? They have the oral presentation thing, poster sessions. They also have the vendor show thing. So that's why attending conferences is important for both students interested in academia or industry. We will support attendance of the conferences at least for the third, fourth, and fifth year to make sure they can expand their network. And then specifically for academia, they need to have good publications. They need to have some experience, collaboration experience with senior PI in the field. And also we will try our best to do some fellowship application together. And then for the people who want to end up in industry, I think there are two things. One is you should be an expert of a specific technique. And then the second thing is get internship. I think if you make it clear at the beginning when you join the lab, say I want to go to a company, industry after the graduation, I would support a summer internship. You can do an internship in a company and possibly you can get a return offer. I think that is how it works.